Okay, good morning everyone, welcome. Today is October 8th, it's 9:03 a.m. at Darien Town Hall. This is the Darien Beautification Commission meeting. And I'd like to welcome you all. Today with us we have Amanda Segura, Pamela Thompson, Elizabeth Hall, Sarah Schwartz, and Tracy Whitehead. All right, let's call this meeting to order. And first of all, I'd like to review and approve minutes from our last meeting on September 10th. Does anybody have any changes?
Thank you.
Edits? Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Yes.
Do we have a quorum? Yeah, we do, because we're 5.
Okay.
And we have 9. Oh, it's a commission of 9, so yeah, we have a quorum. So yeah, approved.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Treasurer's report.
I just
Tracy.
handed out a revised one because I realized last night when I did mine, I neglected to, I had a bill from Elder that I paid in September, so I'm like, oh, let me add this too, because it was 4,400 and change, so. Anyway, nothing too exciting. We did a bunch of shopping for the planters and a bunch of mums around town that we planted. We got the 4 planters from Tilly, so we put mums in the back there. So all of that was in the monies that we laid out. We needed more dirt to do the planters, so Colleen had an expense in here for dirt for $60. And then I have one more thing that will go in next month, because I just literally last night got the bulbs. But I ordered the bulbs for the planters for next spring. So I ordered the miniature daffodils and the mascaras. So at least we won't have to do pansies. We'll have some color before we have petunias. Cool. So great.
That's fun. That's very fun.
So yeah, so nothing too out of the ordinary.
Terrific. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anything? Anybody? All right. Hanging baskets.
Oh, back to me.
Back to you.
Yeah. I did get an email from Beds and Borders asking me, what we thought, and put our thoughts together. So I said, all right. I said, we have a meeting. I said, I promise I will get you everything you need before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So, because I understand we're going to have more hanging baskets, more brackets we have to order for, like around Corbin, on the Post Road and whatnot, and so we'll have to really take a walk through, and then I'll take a walk through on a nice day, and maybe I'll snag one of you and just take a walk through, analyze where we are, what we need, and then report back next month.
Or how about, would you like me to send an email to David Genovese and his assistant and just find out? They might just be able to tell us how many.
Well, I know, but the thing is too, on the Post Road. And that wouldn't
with the signs?
Yeah, and that wouldn't necessarily be them.
I see what you're saying. The other question is about.
But input from them as well would be helpful.
Yeah, and Ed too, because if there are there new lampposts going up? And if there are going to be signs associated with those that would impact them.
So
It's possible we just, I don't want to say over-order by too much, but order enough so that there are 2 per lamppost. And then if we have extras because there's a sign, maybe we just take that risk.
yeah, because I mean, we did manage to scatter them about town. 'Cause
Yeah.
we put them over by, between First County Bank and 1020. And, really rightfully, maybe those 2 businesses should throw us some money for those. Because we do all the maintenance and everything on them. And then we did, last year we started going up Tokenique Road, but there's only 1 lamppost on Tokenique Road. On those storefronts, there's only 1 that we use.
Do you ever do anything on the heights?
Well, the heights,
Or is that like
if you look at,
Do planters.
We used to do planters at the heights. But if you look at like any of the new the shopping center up there and the apartments and all, their lampposts wouldn't work for what we do.
No, I was thinking about
And they do a
Heights Road. I
beautiful
don't
job
know if
anyway,
they
landscaping.
have any.
So why look for trouble?
They don't
Yeah.
have any, nothing close there, yeah, right on
But-
House Road. she was
But
asking.
perhaps Darien train station, I don't know if they're putting up tall lampposts on their
I'm sure they
final.
will.
So, because Norotan doesn't have anything that we could use. Somebody had mentioned maybe doing flowers at the 2 train stations. So that's something we can certainly look at.
That would be nice,
That'd be really
wouldn't
nice.
Very nice,
Aw.
very nice.
So, yeah, and there used to be a big planter over at Newton Station by the staircase like where the drop off is before you go in and buy your ticket or get your coffee and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There used to be a big, and I don't know if it's still there, but I mean, we could certainly plant that. So, anyway.
Okay. I noticed the library has taken down their
Yes.
hanging
Thank
baskets.
God, because theirs look terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Why did theirs look so bad?
Theirs, well,
I don't
they,
know.
I don't think they fertilize like Elder does. They maintain their own. So I did talk to Elder about taking ours down, and he was going to start taking down the worst of the worst first,
Okay.
and anything that looks relatively decent will keep up probably till the middle of the end of next week then,
Yeah, okay. That sounds fine.
and then take them down. So yeah, and I asked Elder to do a couple of things. But we'll do that in a meeting. You want to do that?
Sure, let's get into that meeting. Thank you. I just realized on here I don't have flags, so I might just add that, even though it's kind of additional business, I'm going to add that in here because it ties in with hanging baskets. We typically like to keep the flags up until Veterans Day and then come down. I know that Danielle had raised her hand before to be interested in or helping out with flags. So I'll reach out to her about that. Hopefully she's still interested in doing that. I mean, it's really just a coordination effort in getting them stored.
And if we need to order more brackets, we should also order more flag brackets at the same time.
Correct.
So,
I would just have them on hand,
Yeah.
because we're not gonna kind of get a number in advance. You know.
well, we can get kind of a
Rough.
ballpark.
We're gonna have a
at least,
pretty good
yeah.
ballpark, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if I store too much more stuff in my garage, my husband will like divorce me.
Are those different, the brackets for flags, are they different than the
Yes.
brackets for?
Very
okay.
different. So
Okay.
if you imagine the ones for the hanging baskets go out to the side and like a little, they go like this.
Yeah.
The flag brackets are entirely different. They sit on the flagpole and they have a little holder where the flagpole can sit in.
Oh,
So
that makes
it's-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're attached differently. I mean, they're an entire different structure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, so Elder is gonna get cracking on that stuff for us. He's taken on some additional watering because we did a bunch of planting last week. My neighbors.
well, let's jump right into that. Let's jump into weeding and pruning.
There
Yay! Back to you.
There's busy ones.
Yeah.
The Tracy show.
last week, my neighbor had moved and she had asked the people who bought her house if they were gonna get rid of any of the plants, because if they were gonna wipe things out, to let me know first, because I could repurpose them around town. So with that said, I met them and they said, oh, absolutely, we'll be in touch, our landscaper will be here, but they didn't tell me when. Well, fortunately, one day I was backing out of my driveway and I was like, there's the growing concern. There's 5 trucks and a dumpster. Oh, no. So I went up there. I went up there and I said, who speaks English? So I said, I'm Tracy and blah, blah, blah. And I explained to them what was going on. And they said, oh yeah, Jason mentioned it. So he said, what do you want? I said, I would love the roses. I said, I'll take the roses, I'll take any hydrangeas, I'll take any butterfly bushes, I'll take any lavender. I just went on and on. So we ended up with, he dug it all out and left it down on my front lawn. So I came home from work that day and I reached out to Pam and Colleen and Elizabeth and Colleen were going to work with me that day. And I said, I got some stuff to plant here.
Oh my God, it was huge.
So my husband and I loaded it all into the truck. There was so much I couldn't even shut the back of the truck, so I had to just drive very carefully to town hall. I pulled in and I thought the two of them were gonna just leave.
Because I thought we were doing like the little moms, you know?
A couple of months here and
And
there.
it was a huge project, wow.
So we
Yeah.
planted in the back by the employee entrance and the dance studio and whatnot, the art center.
Yeah.
We planted two huge English roses, a bunch of knockout roses. We put a hydrangea back there, we put a butterfly bush back there, some peonies, and I mean a whole bunch of stuff. And we've been watering it, and now Elder's gonna start watering it for us.
Yeah.
You know, until the weather kind of changes. But it looks really pretty, and we put mums in the 4 planters that we got from Tilly, because I figured before the homeless lady starts using them as a bathroom facility, we'll get them out of there. So we did, and so we put the white mums in there, and everybody is like, oh, it looks really nice, and I can't wait for the spring, because, I mean, right now everything's kind of in shock back there,
Yeah.
but it will all come around and be really pretty, so that was exciting. And then we had another extra butterfly bush, and we had that hole over here on the staircase going up on the right side, and I was like, all right, Juliet, don't look. Let me put it in, because it's not a native. Technically, butterfly bushes aren't technically natives, but they're pollinators.
Yes.
So we put a butterfly bush in there, which looks pretty bad right at the moment because it's in shock, but it does have some green, and it's hard to kill butterfly bushes. So we got all that done, and then we did the light work. We took out all the petunias, and we put the mums and the pumpkins and cabbage.
They look really
They look so good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
cute, and I had
Yeah.
2 extra pumpkins on each side of the steps
Yeah.
that were too big for the planters, because those boxes are getting kind of big.
Yeah.
So, you know, which may cause us to rethink how we're gonna do the planters for next year. But we also dug out the crappy grass that was in the big planter that was in amongst those junipers. So we dug out all the grass that was in there, and we put a mum in there and some cabbage as well. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff done, so.
Wow, I'd
Then
say.
Yeah, we put mums we put some mums over at Routen Heights at the train station, so it looks really pretty. Now, some color in there now. We put them on Ledge Road, we filled in,
They
some
look
mums
good, yeah.
there, so it looks pretty, it's got some color. We put some over at Pam's Garden too, by the entrance, by where the farmer's market
fire
sign
department.
is.
Mhm.
And then,
Amy smiled.
and Amy Smile, we put some of the lavender that we'd gotten from Karen, we put some lavender over there, because it's pretty drought resistant, and some mums. So, we got a lot of stuff
Busy.
done.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a ton, yeah.
That's a ton.
Yeah.
I drove over.
Yeah, it was good though.
Friday.
Wow.
It's
Instant gratification, you know what I mean?
Like,
Wow.
looked exhausted. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm so sorry I couldn't
That's
help.
why I was so glad it rained, because to water this stuff,
Yeah.
every single time, even Amy Smile, every single day I go to water those, and they're in the ground, so you would think that they would, every day, they're like,
Oh, I know.
and I water them a
Part of a
lot.
shock too.
Yeah, so after, it's only been about a week, so then they should start to,
Okay.
but they're always
But
like
some
so
of these mums are hardy enough that they will
come back.
probably come back.
That's what we're hoping.
So,
Now, I
All
had some
mums
from
do.
last year that came back.
the
Really?
mums in the
Yeah.
circle, those came back.
those are
Yeah.
Wow.
The burgundy and white ones that
Yeah.
we planted.
Yeah.
And everybody, we put a couple additional mums in there too. Oh, and we also put in Gara. We put in Gara on the hill here in the circle, which is a really pretty, it'll be sort of a ground cover, and it will fill in that hole where all that tick seed was. And so, it should look pretty in the spring. Should bloom from like May to October. And it's pink and white flowers. They'll start to creep so that it will fill in some of that open space there. Maybe we won't have to weed as hard, so we got a lot of stuff done. Productive.
Mhm.
And I hit a
Home run.
yellow jacket nest
Oh.
when I planted one of the butterfly bushes from Karen's garden that I took, and I stepped back and stepped on a yellow jacket nest. I got stung 3 times here, I got stung on my knee, and I got caught in the myrtle on my hill, and I couldn't get out. So then finally I break loose, I go rolling down the hill.
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Where was this?
At our house.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had it at my
Yeah.
house just recently too.
Wow.
It was like the dumbest thing.
Wow.
Someone
But
might
these,
die.
are you okay
Yeah,
after
you
5
see
or
like
so
that.
months?
It's
Yeah,
never seen
yeah,
that.
my
It's
arm
scary.
was killing me,
I
but
bet.
I had Benadryl and everything.
Okay, good, yeah.
But
Wow.
that was.
I always
it
carry
was-
an EpiPen. because my sister's allergic, so if anyone needs it, that Narcan. So, you know, that nursing me.
Wow, yeah.
Smart.
So, but yeah, no, so everything I got from Karen is I kept a few things for myself. But planted a whole, got a whole lot of stuff. And that back garden looked really bad, and there's still some pruning we're gonna do, but I think we can turn that around. They cut out a dead tree back there, so we topped the roadie that was crazy, it was like 7 feet of nothing, and
Wait, where is this you're talking about?
Oh, the back.
Oh, in the back of town hall.
So, yeah, so I think we're getting there.
A lot of people enter through the back way,
Mm.
so it will make it so much prettier for them.
Is the art center, the Darien Art Center?
Yeah,
entrance
so
still
right
there?
at that
Yeah.
entrance for Darien
Yeah.
Art Center too, it's gonna look so much nicer.
Plus
Yeah,
RTM
that's right.
meetings and things, so people park in the back many
Mhm.
times and they go up through that back entrance.
Yeah, that's so
Great.
true. Yeah, so I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to put in the Instagram.
Yeah, probably,
Plantings,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And I think if we do that, we should mention Karen's name.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's
as a
nice.
donor.
Well, send, do you want to just send either a photo or text or anything to Charlotte? She'll
Sure.
just add it, yeah, leave whatever you want to say. And she'll get it added to Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice for,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Karen was kidding around, she goes, am I gonna get a plaque?
well, yeah, so then make sure her name, send Charlotte her name or her Instagram handle or whatever.
Okay.
And then we can give her credit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Elder is also gonna come prune that tree at the firehouse garden, he's gonna get those limbs. So.
The pine or one of the ones in the?
That, I'll wait until the.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's,
but wow, I've got a proposition.
So thank you, that's incredible work, nice
Elder's
job.
also going to clean the exit ramp at 11 by the,
Okay.
Jack dealer, the Land
Oh,
Rover
that
dealer.
one, yeah,
Land Rover dealer. He's gonna clean that up for us. He's gonna tidy up the one across the way, which we had done a major overhaul on.
Yeah.
But he'll freshen that up a little. And then he's gonna do the one by exit 13. Clean that up.
okay,
Oh,
great,
goody.
okay, great,
Since it's
Great.
it was professionally planted by
Right.
BLM.
Right.
We wanted to continue to look nice.
yeah, which actually segues nicely into item number 6, Darien Boots project, which is, there is no update because, ELM hasn't been in touch, I haven't been in touch with them. It seems like for now, we don't have any funds to build a new garden, so we're just kind of on pause there, so unless anybody else has
Were
any thoughts
they?
or feedback.
Were they going to do the Christmas planters? Were we gonna see about that at town hall? Was that something?
They had originally, in their quote, when they quoted out 17 gardens, they had originally included planters at town hall. Hasn't come up again, I don't know if because the scope of the project changed, it's
Okay.
just so hard to reach them.
It's not a big deal because
Yeah.
I know John here at town hall, his son for part of their Eagle Scout project, they sell the wreaths. So we can always do the wreaths around the boxwoods again.
Yeah.
And then put some pine cones and pomegranates or, we've got holly in the back that's got lots of color and bulb, berries on it, so.
Okay,
So we can, we don't have to count on them.
okay,
If it comes up and it's a freebie because we paid them so much already, great.
Great.
If not, we'll do
okay,
it.
yeah. Great, and, all right, so let's move into That's My Brick. Pam,
Ooh,
you've been
that's my
busy.
brick.
Yeah.
Yes, just an update in terms of that garden, what I did is I planted, and I wish I could remember all the names of the plants I put in. I did a couple of black-eyed Susans, I did a mini butterfly bush, I planted the 3 mums, and then I put in an aster and 2, I like lily turf, I don't know if anyone likes that, it's variegated, I think it's pretty, it spreads, it's.
What's it called?
Lily turf.
This is stuff that we dug up under the oak tree over here. That got too
okay.
crazy.
It can, but if you divide it and just spread it over, I think.
That's
it
what we
looks-
did. We
Yeah,
divided it
looks-
and moved it
I
around.
just think it looks really pretty and clean, and it's right in an area that doesn't get a ton of sun and stuff like that. And then I put a few other plants in there. A couple plants that I thought had died actually were coming back to life, so I pruned those back. There's one I'm hoping will come back, but, we'll see about that. That place is overgrown, and there are bushes there that hide people, so if you're sitting there, I don't know, somebody is very partial to menthol because they smoke Marlboro menthols, and they drink creme de menthe, those little ponies.
Oh, wow.
So I must have picked up like 10 of those, which is fine. I
It's a
don't
little
care.
spot.
But it's like, do you think you can, throw it in the trash can?
There's a trash can.
There is.
Like on the sidewalk.
Yes. Well, I talked to this one lady, and she's lovely, and I believe that she does not have a home of her own. And she was like, well, I think...
Katarina?
I think so.
Does she have
Brown
an
hair?
accent? Yeah, brown hair like to here.
Yeah.
The
And
one that accosted us.
she
Is she
did.
the one who's always rolling the roller bags around?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, but
Where is she sleeping now?
I have
She
no
sleeps-
idea.
She sleeps in Tilly.
Brown Jordan.
Sometimes at the train station, but mostly at Tilly.
But she goes to Brown Jordan, she told me.
Oh, I saw her outside of there
And
yesterday.
she buys her lunch or her dinner, she brings it over, and she goes, I just get too tired to bring it over to the trash can. I said, if you could do that for us, I said, it would really be helpful, because I'm always picking up
That
this
must be her
trash.
excuse at Tilly too.
She just leaves her trash.
She just leaves her garbage everywhere.
Yeah, it's-
Park and Rec is like,
Yeah.
so annoyed.
It's really unfortunate,
Have
so.
the Darien police tried to get
Yeah.
her?
But they can't do anything,
It's not against the law to be homeless.
No.
But it is against the law to sleep in the park.
And to litter.
And to
So
litter.
what I would think is like maybe, and if we open it up more, that we can get the trash can moved closer in there.
Make it more convenient for her?
And yeah, make it more convenient, and also
Or
for
maybe put a
those
plaque on
folks
it,
who
put her
are
name
not.
on it.
Katarina, please put your trash here. I've actually thought about putting a sign, please tidy up after yourself. It just drives me nuts. I don't want to touch their, anyway, I
No,
digress.
I hate picking up trash
Yeah,
because it's
so-
so ridiculous.
And then I asked Ed about putting one of those the ashtray things that people can just put their butts in there.
There's that many people smoking?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I'm
there are a
shocked.
lot of cigarette butts
Oh
over
my
there.
gosh, there's so many. It's like, that's why I was like, it's so hidden
Mm.
that like it's a very secluded area. So what I'm asking permission to do is really pull down on the one bush that's, and if somebody wants to come with me and gives me an idea and stuff like that. But really trim back that one bush that as you enter in, the evergreens are a mess. I really wish that we could just take those out and then replant them with something else, because they haven't been tended to well. They're dying off.
Those pine trees are a mess in there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what and then the pine tree itself proper, the crab apples are all over the place. That is actually kind of a safety hazard, because there are a lot of older people that walk through there. And the handicap spot is right there. You can slip on those. I know
Yeah,
it sounds
true.
corny, but
No, it doesn't.
Well, I think if we're gonna make that our brick spot, we
Yeah.
want it to look nice.
Yeah.
So maybe you and I can meet with Elder and point out what we want done. And, cause I've gotta get his insurance, but he is insured.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I spent
Yeah.
a lot of time over there looking and talking to masons and talking
Yeah.
to landscapers
Oh,
about that
really?
whole space.
Thank God.
And then it was when it kind of took a stall, and then last summer, 2 summers ago, the Eagle Scouts went in and cleaned up. You usually see it before.
Yeah.
The Eagle Scouts cleaned it up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
A lot. And
Yeah.
then you, of course, did your work this summer. So, but it's still, there's too much. I
Yeah.
just think a lot needs to come out.
Yeah, it needs to be really
It's not
pared
safe.
down.
No one wants to sit
Yeah.
there, because you can have homeless people sitting back there drinking menthol
Yeah.
and dumping their litter. It needs to be much more open, accessible to the
Yes.
post road, accessible to everything, like the bus stops, you can see
Yeah.
the bus coming, more open.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that all of those ideas sound great, just
Perfect.
really. And in fact, the same thing, I talked about the crab apples and the pines with people.
Yeah.
They're nice for shade in the summer when it's beating down, but most of the time it's just oppressive in there. So I do think there needs to be something.
At least lift them. Something.
Something,
Yeah.
something.
I think we can certainly make it a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
get rid of all that vinca that's like everywhere.
And it's went nuts. I tried to clean that up too.
Yeah.
And like,
It's a hard
it's gonna
job.
go right into that generator, or whatever that electrical box is.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that we can cut back the shrubs. I do not mind doing that. I am like, I've got my shears ready, and I'm just, scissor happy.
Good. I would be aggressive. That would be
yeah.
my thoughts.
I'm happy to help you too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
And also thing I was gonna say with her like sometimes she's really quiet and she's all right, and then other times she can be very,
Explosive, yeah.
yes, explosive. So
And
Keep your
vulgar.
distance.
yeah, keep
I
your
actually
distance.
do, I actually do. I mean, what she does is she goes behind my car and she reads the bumper stickers.
Weird.
And she stays there for like 10
Does
minutes.
she go to the bathroom behind your car?
Oh, if she did, I'd be like, holy macaroni. Yeah.
I think she's the one who pooped in the garden over at
Yeah,
CVS.
it's really unfortunate, but yeah, I feel,
No, of course
sorry,
we feel
but-
bad, but you do have to keep your,
Protect
just-
yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then, yeah, because I think that's,
We've seen it.
first and foremost, protect her, and then by protecting her, we keep everything down so you can see stuff. Police, come in, they can see people drinking,
She's probably gonna be mad that you cut a lot of stuff down, but whatever.
When she
Yeah.
sees me working in there, she never says anything.
Oh, okay, good.
Never.
She calls me the effing white-haired.
What?
We can't
Oh,
even,
she-
we can't even repeat what she said.
Wowee.
No, it's horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, we
It was
had such a
scary,
run-in with
Tracy.
her.
It was scary.
Yeah, no, that is
You got
scary.
an enemy in
Wow.
It was like, oh man, if
Wow.
she threw fat in that list of adjectives, I would have had to take the potato hook out of the truck and hit her.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
You can call me anything else, don't call me fat.
No, I'm fat. I don't need to hear it from you. You're homeless.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
The stuff she said to
I'm so
to
sorry.
Elizabeth and I that day, we called the cops because we didn't feel safe with her.
Yeah, that's
So,
how bad it was.
and they came, and they
She
know
had
her,
have to be
and they said,
careful.
she disappeared off the other end of the park, and left us alone, and they said if she comes back and she starts in, call us right away, and we'll come over and we'll have a conversation with her.
Too bad we can't have like those little monitored areas where they have like, like the ring cameras and stuff like that, just to see what's going on in there. And then put a note up there, this is a monitored area, you're on camera, like that.
You're under
person on
surveillance.
Sedgwick and
Yeah,
Mansfield.
smile.
Smile, you're on camera. Okay, so.
I mean, we
let's put a
are
sign up.
Darien Beautification, we can possibly suggest this type
Yeah.
of thing if we feel like it'd be valuable.
Because if they're,
Useful.
like, especially if we put a lot of effort into these places and
Yeah.
then they're being, just
Trashed
a
on.
mess. And these people are gonna be donating bricks that are like $250, $350 a pop. You don't want them to be,
No,
Covered in,
ruined.
yeah.
right,
You know.
that's a good point.
So,
I was noting, I was up at McGuan Fieldhouse, and they must have done buy a brick program up
Yeah.
there too, on that patio, because it looks so pretty, and they had these, it was mostly cement, and then they had these inserts in areas with the bricks, and it looks so pretty.
It looks
You
great.
should take a
Can't
walk,
wait.
you should take a
I
ride over.
will, it's not too far from my house, so I will
Yeah.
definitely do that. Okay, so I have actually been recruiting or talking to landscapers. That one person that I spoke with, very nice. I think he really wanted to bid on the entire town of Darien. So I got his insurance and it wasn't sufficient. He had to cover a few more things. I'll ring him up and say, like, Richard, I just want to know, this is what's required. Would you like to move forward and give us a bid, a proposition or something like that? I said, actually, where I was looking for somebody for masonry, I wasn't necessarily saying that but Elm doesn't, they're too busy. They're not, I don't feel like they're serving the needs of the Beautification Commission. And then there was another gentleman who was building homes, and I figured, he's definitely got enough insurance. I just have to show him the insurance that's required, and then he'll give me that and a bid for the property. But getting the bid right now is, we can get an idea of how much we want. Like, it's probably gonna be $4,000 or $5,000 to put that stuff in. But, these contracts are only good for 30 days. So I'm like, So at least if we can get an idea. So when it comes closer to, I made the target date for getting all the bricks in and stuff like that, Memorial Day, the parade. So people can sit there during the parade, enjoy.
That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
That'd be very
Yeah.
nice.
Let me see, the flyer that Crystal sent to us, I was under the impression that they would do copy. I mean, based on what I had sent. Well, I revamped the copy and I think I sent it to you. More like, this is a great gift idea, thinking about something special, or, and I took out like, any reference to like, the fire department, because I was like, I don't want them thinking that's from the fire department.
Yeah, I
It's next to
agree.
the fire department, but no. And then some graphics that I chose. I don't know if I copied you on that.
I think you did, I haven't quite read that yet. I have a question though, have you tried putting it into ChatGPT? Just running it through there?
Oh,
Just do that, have them build it.
And they'll do it. and
They'll just
Yeah.
do
simplify
it, yeah, make it really easy.
Because I want it short, sweet, to the point,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and you
compelling.
can write that, those instructions in it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and they'll spit out something and you'll say, can you make it more formal? Can you make it shorter? Can you?
And I don't
Add
have to
this
give, I don't
detail.
give credit, that chat, GPT
Right.
or whatever.
You just
You
copy it.
just copy it, okay,
Yeah.
good, because I don't want to have an infringement, right? It's
No,
not
no,
that
no,
big.
no.
Okay, so she's in the process of doing that. I wanted the colors to be more colorful and eye-catching, so people will actually look at it and say, oh, what's that, it's pretty. So I figured green or blue in terms of like the copy and the bold and stuff like that. The website, they currently have that almost finished, and I'm gonna try to incorporate the changes that we have in terms of copy and, flowers and stuff like that. I took out that we were accepting cash, because I felt like, something could happen where they could say, well, I gave you.
No one's not gonna pay, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Good idea.
and
You
then,
don't wanna look like some
Check your credit
corrupt government.
I would just say,
Yeah.
check or
no,
credit.
yeah, or,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not even crazy, well, money order, yeah, you're right.
No, no one's
No,
gonna do
no,
that.
no,
No, no,
So-
no, yeah.
I mean, I don't even think we could do a Venmo.
We should, could. We did get a QRS code, so they could scan into it and
That's
go right
fine.
in, so that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, what could we do Venmo, but it'd have to be linked to a bank account.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
We could do, no, we couldn't do Zelle, because we
No.
all have a phone number, but we
No.
could do a Venmo, we could create a Venmo.
Just do this, scan the barcode.
Just keep it
Yeah.
simple.
And everybody has a credit card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
go
a
in
credit
there.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have any questions, they can call me or call Zero.
Credit card too, you're kind of guaranteed the payment,
Yeah.
That's true.
pretty
They
much.
take, I think, 3%.
I think that's simple and good.
Yeah, I agree.
Both of those landscapers actually asked about a dock spot. I know that we had had it. This one guy in Norwalk, the big guy with the company that was building the house, he's the one that said, in Norwalk, there's a waiting list to get on this dock spot. And I said, well, we had something like that. Let me ask Beautification and see if any are available. This one gentleman, Richard, the one that is going to give us, hopefully, the bid, the
What's
first
his
guy.
company name?
Richard.
Richard Jones.
Yes. So, and he seemed really nice. He goes, I used to take care of Topinique. And I was like, oh, that'd be great if you took that back. Because he put in all the grasses, he did all that stuff. I wanted to be like, is that any possibility that we're ever going to go back and let people take a spot? Or no?
Well, considering how long it's taken us to get away from that, it was a model that didn't work.
Okay.
Because look at all the gardens, no one took care of them.
Yes,
So-
it worked in Norwalk for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe they policed it better, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're actually, the whole point of this is that we're moving away from that
Got it.
model just
I
because it
thought
didn't
so.
work.
Yeah, I thought so. I just
But if
didn't
he
want
wants to give us a bid to do all,
Totally, I'm not against the bid, as long as, the first things first is don't even go through all the effort unless he meets the insurance
Yeah.
requirements. So that's,
So I will send him
That's
a
gotta be the
sample
first
of the
step.
insurance requirements that Ed gave me, and then let him see if he wants to increase, because I don't know, how much he's willing to invest in his company. And then the only other thing I have is rocks on Ledge Road. I know that you had thought about getting rocks for Ledge Road. I actually, my neighbor dug one up from their house. It's massive. And I had it lifted over and put on my property. So I was like, look, and then the guy was like, well, the rocks, And I said, yeah, we're thinking of putting these, this one is actually pretty cool. It's flat, it's got a nice look to it. I like the look of it.
Tokenique or Ledge Road,
Yeah.
that'd be a great kind of a filler,
Yeah,
and it'd be some interest in the winter.
yeah.
let's just ask Ed, just in
Yeah.
case someone hits it, if there could be some liability issues if someone hits it and the car
God,
dies.
I was thinking more like way in, around there.
Yeah, let's
And-
just let's probably, if you want to come up with some ideas, and then just take a photo, send it to Ed, and say, would this be okay if we put a rock in this
And then
location?
the town of Darien, for some reason, all the vegetation was removed from the corner of Herman and West Avenue. I don't know if anyone's driven by there, it's right near Green's End Lumberyard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck are they doing here? They have massive rocks there. I'm sure the town of Darien has equipment to lift rocks. So if if Ed gave the blessing and said, yeah, fine, maybe look at those, go with them first and then see if that's something you want. I don't want to push you on anything like that.
Anything we don't
So-
have to lead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
But even John had mentioned rocks too.
Yeah,
Zagroski in our
Yes.
meeting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
So-
So I think they look pretty.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Oh, and Elder is gonna dig out those grasses on Ledge Road this week probably.
Yeah. Grasses those can be so pretty, but once
I
they
know.
like hit that point of no return, they look horrible.
Yeah,
With all the stuff.
yeah.
So
Now give
that's-
the red twig in there a chance to, and if I burn them to fall out.
Yeah. And that's all I have, and I did spray those boxwoods
Thank you.
twice, so I'm not really certain if they're gonna take and be okay. Because they seem to have like mites or they have something, I'm not really certain.
White
Which
flies.
which box?
White fly.
Which-
The one on Ledge Road.
Ledge
The
Road.
ones that are right next to the fire department, spectacular. I don't know who planted those, but they look good.
Well, they might be that hybrid too. They have all those new hybrids
Yeah.
because they had a big problem with boxwoods
Yeah.
getting diseased.
That's
So
what
they
they
might
use.
be that new hybrid that is pretty disease
Yeah.
resistant.
So they look pretty nice.
It is not one of our gardens, but it was one of our boxwoods. You know the little boxwoods that came out of our planters and went over to the high school?
Yeah.
One died, one lived, but then I noticed that the beautification for the high school went in and did a little plant installation. Now they put in all other plants around it.
Oh,
I
cool.
know, right?
One of the ladies called me to ask me about it.
That's
Who
so
did?
nice.
One of the ladies from
Oh,
the high
really?
school called me
Oh, that's
and
nice.
she said, "Is this something we get out of your budget?" I'm like, "No."
No.
Budget.
Yeah,
Not a penny.
yeah, that's funny. Well, they did it. It
But
looks-
Good.
the ones we
That's better.
planted that we transferred over to Middlesex all took.
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Good, yeah. So that means that most of them took then.
Mhm.
Only
They
one
didn't get
did.
wasted,
Yeah,
No,
so.
yeah.
it's good.
I'm thinking do we want to continue the theme, do we want to put boxwoods in those 4 planters at the back? Or do we want to just leave them planted so they have color? And we have that big one here that we should probably put a boxwood in because it's an oversized, it's bigger than our other planters. So a boxwood in the middle would free us up a little to plant other stuff around it.
I love the look of boxwoods, but who's gonna water it? Because if it just sits there unwatered, it will die in the summer.
Well, we'll have Elder still maintain that garden in the back for us then.
You know, the one in the back?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of done.
I don't know I know, but I don't want to, like, we have a limited budget, and I think that, I don't know, that's not even on our list of gardens, and it's definitely not in the top. So when we get money, maybe, but I don't want to start investing money into the back garden at the town hall. I know some people see it, but
Not enough.
not enough to warrant it moving to the top of the list. So in my opinion, anything that can stay and live that's fine with nature,
Yeah.
but anything that requires extra manpower and money, essentially, I'd say no.
I dragged the hose out from the boiler room.
Of course
Took
you
it
did.
through the voters storage room, right?
It's funny.
Brought it all the way out. The thing was so heavy because it was a heavy commercial one.
Oh.
But I got everything watered back.
Oh,
Holy macaronis. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So, anyway, but I think most of that stuff will be fine without us being high on alert
High
with it.
touch, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Done good.
Thank you, everybody, wow, great. As far as Instagram, website, email, and the emails, I've been checking it, there's nothing that's been noteworthy. Charlotte didn't give me an update on Instagram or and I don't know about website, maybe changes that, so.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I took some pictures in the front after we planted the planters. So to send to Charlotte, do I like send it to her text and then she puts it on? Because I can't put it on Instagram.
No, correct. So you'd send her a photo and you'd say, hey Charlotte, can you add this to Instagram?
Oh, okay.
With this text and, this acknowledgement or this hashtag or
Okay.
whatever. Just give her an idea of what it should say. She can also kind of come
Yeah,
up with
she can just do
ideas,
it.
but
Yeah.
she needs the content. 'cause-
Okay.
Yeah, she needs the content sent to her since
Okay.
obviously she's not here right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We also
I'll do that.
put mums down at the senior center.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
get any pictures, send them. I mean, it's so
Okay.
great. Even if they're nothing, she could always add them as stories, just so we have
Something going
something
on.
going
Yeah.
on.
We should have taken a picture of the truck with all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be funny. Exactly.
Definitely give that lady
To give
credit.
people a sense, yeah. Or
Join
Pam,
the fun.
or Pam, when you're doing your thing too, like whenever you're over there, even if it's, we could do a funny one, like menthol butts and, creme de menthe. Somebody likes menthol, like,
Yeah.
we could do
I
something
don't know.
funny, why
I
not?
know, God.
Yeah.
We'd probably get in trouble.
And then gentle reminder to pick up after yourself, we could do these
I would
things.
love that,
Yeah.
believe me, but.
So just take a pic and send it to Charlotte. She
Feel free to take the homeless lady
Yeah.
home with you.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. One open commission spot. No new news on that from my perspective. Is there any additional business?
Can John put that in his note saying, "I'm looking for want to work, want to volunteer on a committee for Darien? Town's looking for spots." I'm sure we're not the only committee with.
Yeah, and I've seen him do that before, so, yes, they can.
Is there
I'm
open
trying to find
spots?
a young mom that is young, but
Let
it's a
them
stay-at-home mom because of the ones that I've been at, they all work, and so they just can't make it to the meetings.
Mhm.
Meet folks or ask people who like to lead. That is hard. It's tough work.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or people who are just empty
Garden
nesters.
design or.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
that's
know.
right.
Yeah. We take it to an extreme just because we didn't want our gardens to really fall apart this year, in particular, especially since John had been in the meetings and whatnot. So we were trying to stay on top of things.
I'm hoping we get a nice amount of cash for that bill that I need the brick
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
campaign. I'm counting on you, sister.
Oh, I'm good at that. I have no problem getting that.
And then the businesses would be great.
That's what I was thinking.
Just
Definitely.
like, we'll all like take
I'll go around to
businesses.
businesses.
Oh,
I will
perfect.
do all that.
And
That's
the
right on
only
my
thing they
alley.
have to do is pay $30 extra to make certain that,
A logo.
is they have to
They get it
verify that
approved.
it's, it's not been copyrighted someplace
Mhm.
else. So, yeah. We get
Very
more
cool.
businesses, oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
lovely.
that would help.
It'd be nice if we got the businesses also to contribute to the hanging baskets.
Oh, I bet they would. Oh, and then also with
They're
that,
pretty
like,
for their stores and things.
when we recruit the businesses.
But I don't know if they will in the sense that they know it's something of the town doing. It's,
Let's do one step at a time. I like that idea. Let's focus on the bricks. Let's get
Mhm.
that going. And then if this has been successful, then we can say,
Mhm.
hey, that went really well. We'd like to open it up to benches, planters, more
Yeah.
hanging baskets,
Mhm.
more
Or even the two
more
benches.
art. Like there's so many
Yeah.
things that I feel like we have opportunities to do. Like I don't know, we could
You look at all the
paint.
statues and things around
Exactly.
Stanford and all that. and
Exactly.
it's like,
Yeah.
There's so much more
Yeah.
we could do, but it's just we're a small commission with a limited budget and limited
That
number of
would be
people.
cool
but-
to have those statues, but getting back to like when you go to the businesses or when we all go to the businesses, we can also at that point in time say we have two benches that you can also adopt or have or purchase,
Mhm.
and credit will be given and the plaque goes up there. So I think that way, I took that out of the flyer.
Okay.
But it's definitely something that would be worthwhile. But the different artists, how much do they make in Stanford when they do that? Like the elephants or the giraffes or,
But they've got such cool things, the
I
guitar
know.
things, the
They have a
all
bigger
musical.
budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's true.
So,
Mm.
we definitely have some spots in town that would look great.
Mhm.
For sure.
Let's road.
I feel like if we can get through this Darien Blooms project
Mhm.
successfully, which is gonna take us, I'm assuming, at least another year or
Okay.
so. But, if our goal is Memorial, that's awesome. And then maybe there's some further follow-on. But let's say in a year, we're back here again.
Okay.
That's when we're like, okay, what's up next? Is it art? Is it planters? Is it benches? Is it more hanging
Yeah, I
baskets?
love
What
that.
is it? And then we can kind of target our next goal.
There must be someone locally that does sculptures or something beautiful.
Well, Kristen, why her name just escaped me, Edwards. She had reached out a couple of years ago about wanting to build this art group, and I know David Genovese was interested in getting involved, and the idea being like we could have more art interest in town, and I don't know what happened with that. And honestly, I've thought of following up, but I'm like, we're stretched as it is. Like, we can't take on something new, but maybe down the road, that could be something we could explore again and see how we can, see where they are, see how we can help out. I mean, a sculpture, a painted wall, like under those underpasses, you know, under 95
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, we could just paint it 06820 or a big blue wave or I don't know, something, you know?
Yeah.
Like there are some things that we could do
I
to
like that.
keep cleaning up. Right now, it just got power washed this summer,
Yeah.
which is great. So just kind of keep going through things like that. Yeah.
Could be fun.
Anyway, next steps. We'll focus on what we're focused on
I
right
think
now.
we just
Yeah.
power wash our lampposts, the flat posts.
Yeah. Any additional business? All right, would anybody like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting? Amanda, Tracy, all right, motion. It is 9:48, thank you very much, have a good day.